To reach out with love is just, it was really special and overwhelming in a good way.
How much different is it? Because like those are some of my favorite memories was you guys that year with all the stuff that you did. How do you think you've grown since then?
Well, that year was a little different because we were all redshirting, so it was about, and we were all freshmen, so it was about absorbing what college basketball is like and just seeing what guys are supposed to do. And since we were redshirting, we had zero responsibility to play. So from then till now, not that I'm obviously counting on to play a ton, but there's always a chance that I might have to have my number called. And I also need to be the guy who we can rely on in practice to give a good representation on scout. So I just try to push myself to be a good example in that.
You mentioned, well, obviously you want to be a coach. I mean, how much have you kind of pulled from, or what kind of resources have been being around Jeff Linder, Sonny, all these coaches that have been here for the last 4 years?
It's just connections, and I'm glad that Sonny was a guy that came in with a whole new staff, because with Linder, we only had 1 or 2 new coaches in that span, so my networking wasn't as broad as it could have been, because you never know, some programs go through coaches all the time.
Right.
But with Sonny, now that there's 4 or 5 new guys, so in terms of networking, I'm really glad that Sonny came, and just it's a completely different coaching style in terms of X's and O's, in terms of communicating with players and practice scheduling. It's just really cool to see a whole new system.
Doing all the scouts, are you going to pull some of that for your coaching? Who had the best offense that you've run as a scout guy? Will you use any of it?
For sure. Oh, I take notes every time we're in the film room, and I'm like, oh, that's a cool action run. I write it down in my notebook, and I say awesome. UNLV's da-da-da stagger action. So, I try to take notes.
Yeah.
What was it like telling your parents?
It was pretty special, but it was funny because you told me after practice that they had been told.
Yeah.
Before I got on my phone, so I'm like, so these suckers have known for a week. So they were the only ones that actually didn't text me. My phone was ever been blown up in my life, but they were the only ones who didn't text or call me. So I'm like, they must be waiting for me to call them. So I kind of let them sweat a little bit, like was calling my grandma and grandpa. But I got on the phone, and it was my dad was, I think he had just shed some tears, which never see him cry. So it was really special. My mom couldn't stop smiling. It was awesome.
For the record, I didn't tell them. It must have been Sundance or somebody else.
Yeah, maybe it might have been Tim.
Yeah.
Or what has it meant to you to all these guys consider you like the ultimate teammate and sacrificer?
It's pretty special because I don't have a role in the court, so I'm glad I can stand out in a way that I think benefits everybody. I just try to be the best teammate I can be, and I'm glad that they appreciate that.
Did they ask you favorite moment of your career so far?
Who, my teammates?
No, in this session.
No.
Like, I mean, you've been
Oh,
through the
boy.
highs and the lows of this program.
I mean, that one is pretty special.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because Jimmy Edel and I, our strength and conditioning coach, we're more than just a player-coach relationship at this point. He's one of my best friends. And he texted me last night, like, so happy for you. And to me, this was more special than Selection Sunday. And like, I pretty much broke into tears when he said that. I don't know if it is, because that was pretty unique, but this is pretty cool too.
Did you ever think about leaving?
No.
Not one time.
No.
Not a baby.
Never.
Not a baby.
All right.
Congrats.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats,
Thank you.